everybody?
Hi guys.
How is everyone?
We're good in the building.
I'm
sorry,
wait,
sis, I got close.
Oh, sorry, thank you. This has been getting on my nerves all day long.
Right. How are you guys feeling? Everybody good?
Yes,
Good.
I'm in a good mood.
I
I'm
am.
actually feeling quite happy, even though.
What's even though, sis? Oh my god, we didn't even tell Jay and that before we came. Jay and
When
Matt.
I came in, you know what happened? So first of all, we was waiting for the bus from the station, and it drove over a bottle, and it literally just popped,
like
and
it looked like it popped away like a champagne bottle pop.
Yeah,
like everybody looked. I'm like, what was that for? Was it a gunshot? I didn't know.
Literally, but it was like a. So you can imagine how loud and kind of at a hard force it was.
Yeah, because it was a whole bus.
Bottle.
It was a whole bus.
You know what I mean? And it was closed, and it just kind of hit me on my foot.
That was one little bad luck.
That was one thing. And then when we was coming off the bus, didn't I drop down on the floor?
When I say she dropped, we was just like, all right, we're going now. Yeah. She walked, she stepped down, she went like all the way down, flat down, like
on the ground.
Like, oh my god, like. She was splat. It was splat. That was the best way I can describe it. Splat.
Yeah,
I was like,
to run off the bus because I don't like.
So did you have to change your clothes? Or?
No, it was. That's what I'm saying. Well, God, but the floor was wet. It was slippery.
The floor was wet.
That's how obviously.
Actually, it must be good where my clothes is.
Yeah, because that's so crazy.
Yes. Literally.
Oh my god, I can't. But yeah,
to share that with you guys because that was like not a normal start to the podcast day.
It wasn't. That's not
evening,
a normal
should I say?
Evening for us. No, it's not.
But yeah, just wanted to get that out there. But moving on from that, I do want to talk about Tory Lanez.
Oh yeah, real quick because I was saying that to you earlier on, right?
Yes, I want to talk about Tory Lanez and his move, his transfer, should I say? Let me get up the.
That's just like first of all, my first thing when I saw it today, it was like I'm still confused. I don't know how to feel.
You lost the appeal, innit?
Sorry,
okay.
Let me just say.
See, I don't really know that, you know what I mean, the ins and outs, but I'm like, I don't know how to feel because obviously no one really knows other than the few people that were there, what happened. Literally. But my thing is like, I don't know how to feel. When I saw it, that's what I'm like, I don't know how to feel. Like, is this?
I don't think so.
10 years?
I don't know. But it literally says here, Tory Lanez has officially checked into the North Kern State Prison in Delano, California, about 145 miles, from Los Angeles.
That's crazy to me. And you said it was 10 years, right, sis?
10 years.
Right.
I thought it's 10-year sentence. That's crazy. You know how life.
And how old is he? He's like, oh my god, in his 30s, right? That's like 10 years. Like, oh god. You're gonna make me. Oh my god, I just can't. Because I'm still confused. I think that's what it is. That's not sitting right with me. I'm still confused. Sorry, there's something in my eyes, guys. Don't worry about it. But I'm still confused as to I think that's what's making me like 31.
He's still young.
So he's gonna come out when he's 41.
Well, he's got a bag of music out that's gonna.
I know. I get what you're trying to say. Like, well, that's on the brighter side. But I was just listening to his one of his songs this morning. I'm like, oh my god, I was listening to I Ain't Been Broke in a Minute.
In America,
it's like fuck.
In America, I feel like here it's banned. It's banned. Sorry.
What's banned?
Get your full head sentence and do half. I feel like
I don't know. I don't
Someone told me that
how this
I don't know.
Ish works.
Maybe it depends on what it is. You know what I mean?
Definitely must depend on what it is.
I know some people come out early.
So what can I ask? Do you know what exactly it was he went down for? What is it? What is the shooting? What do they call it? No, what do they say? Is it he's shot someone? Is that what it is?
Like, is it like man?
What's the name? Yeah.
Like this?
How do you
know? No one nearly got hurt that bad. So that's why it's a bit much that.
Guys, I'm lost.
Yes.
And
anyways, I'm like,
even the security guard never came to court and all of that. Like, even that side of it was a bit funny.
It just there was just a lot going on. But then at the same time, I'm like, I'm not a person. I don't like stuff like that. So I'm not even turning up.
I'm trying to think. When they when things like this happen, do the courts, do the law, whatever, look at how the person's been affected? If they haven't been affected too much. Obviously, I know if they've been affected severely, thanks sis. I know if they've been affected severely, then obviously they're going to look at, the damage that you've caused to this person.
Yeah.
They're going to take into consideration how the family feels and, how you've left person A, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
If you haven't caused a lot of damage and if you haven't, caused a lot of pain or whatever, or you haven't made a life-changing
like made it, I know, on the person or whatever. But clearly, that's what's happening.
Or not. Or
but that's what's happening according to them allegedly. I don't know.
But it doesn't seem like.
I don't. But
do you know what I mean? Because if that was the case, I don't know. I don't know Megan. I don't know Megan. But I'm like, obviously, because
I love Megan. I'm like, why would you want to tell such a fucking crazy. Like that's
it.
an extreme.
Yes.
Why would you even make up that? Come on, that's mad to me.
No,
so that's why you got to look at both sides. Like it's not making sense. The math isn't mathing.
And I'm thinking to myself, obviously, because I'm seeing her. Like I need to stop saying obviously, because to some people it's not obvious, you know. Like this situation, they don't think about it from both sides. They think about one side. They think you shot Megan and that's it.
I saw this guy doing the whole podcast. He posted it yesterday, and he was just going crazy like that. Like proper. I'm like, no, these people are really taking it serious. Like it's on another level.
Like I was saying, I don't know her, but from what I'm seeing, I don't know if that Bongos music video was shot recently. It could have been shot 2 years ago. I really don't know.
We don't know.
But it seems like it's recent, and she seems okay now.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if that is her current state now, would the courts take that into consideration, or would they look at you shot this woman? That's it.
Yeah,
You're
it's
gone
not about
for 10
that.
years.
They're making an example of him.
Wow.
Yeah, a successful man that thought he could do that.
Command that. Blah blah.
Yeah,
blah.
you know what I'm saying. So
I don't even know. I don't know
make
what to
it.
say, but all I'm saying is like,
using him as an
do you know?
example.
I think it got nasty because there was a love triangle.
Yeah, there definitely was something. It's so crazy because we'll never know what the story was. Do you know what I mean? That's the maddest part about it. Everyone's just making up their own little pieces and adding piece. We really don't know.
I've
like
tried
what you said to me earlier on.
I've tried
There's
to kind of
certain
piece
things that
it.
came out because of the trial.
That's it.
But there was, but the only evidence
don't
was
know.
what was you saying earlier on that about the little voice note.
That
was what. Like I'm like, what else? Like
that, but what also his album?
there must be something
also
more.
his
What the
album.
hell?
I don't know. Like that's why I said I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, his
but his
album and
album
stuff.
had a lot of little. Obviously, he didn't explain the situation
Yeah, no,
from
but, you
start
know.
to ending.
Yeah.
But from what I've heard from the album, I kind of got like a little gist. Like, he was with
and they
her
put everything
or Kylie,
together,
and
they were like,
then he liked this person or whatever. I don't know.
Kelsey was
Kylie's
Megan's best friend.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
what?
But Kylie was
Twist?
there as well.
I did not know that.
Kylie was just her house, and she chucked them out.
I can't.
And she chucked them out because Megan was moving mad. Because when she gets drunk, she moves mad.
I cannot even do
You know what I'm saying? And she chucked them out, and that's why they was arguing in the car. And then when they was arguing in the car, that's when the rest of it happened.
So do you
and
think
the rest
that
was
happened,
history.
yeah?
Apparently, Kelsey was seeing Tori, and Megan was seeing Tori.
I heard that too. Oh, yeah, it was a bit of something.
Kylie.
No, what do you mean Kylie was seeing Tori?
I am confused.
No, sis, no,
I
no,
thought it was him, Kylie, and Meg. That's what I thought.
No.
So it was the best friend.
But you know how blogs are. They're just gonna put the names. That's all they want you to see, and you don't even know what's what at this point.
It's true.
Yeah.
That's why no one really knows nothing about no Kelsey.
That's what I'm saying. That's why them two are not best friends anymore.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you think that he shot her in the car or whatever?
No, personally, I don't.
In the car or not in the car? Do you think he shot her?
I don't think he shot.
You don't think so?
I don't think. To me, I don't think.
Can't you see my faces? I don't have a clue. That's why I had to bring it up.
Do you know what my thing? The reason why I say that is because they had an initial police report. Remember, there was the scenes of Megan walking back with her hands up like this.
I didn't even see all of that.
There was still when the police pulled them up and Megan's walking back and she's got her hands up, but she's telling the police that she can't really walk. Yeah.
Okay.
But then when she went to the hospital for that, they said it was glass fragments. So like the doctors.
What?
That's what I'm saying to you.
I did not know.
Yeah.
That. This is crazy.
So the doctors are not going to be stupid and see bullet wounds and then say, "Oh, we're gonna say glass fragments." Yeah.
It's like that. It just doesn't make sense. Is this what people's? If that's not the case, then if he didn't do it, like, do you know what I mean?
Allegedly,
is this what people are like? It doesn't make sense to me. This world is trash. Then.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense.
Like, you see when you get into that part of the game, when you're that famous, there's different things that they will do to you for different reasons.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying?
That's very
so
true.
like
I've seen it time and time again. Honestly,
about it, it's so true.
So maybe he didn't want to sign with certain people and all that kind of stuff, and he's very popular. So when you're in a big position, that's why you see his dad came out there talking about Jay-Z, and it's like, what's Jay-Z got to do?
Literally, when I saw that, I was confused.
What did his dad say?
He was like, "Oh, it's time to start calling out these men," and he just started reeling off names.
He was really mad. He's like, "What? If you guys are gonna take my son down, let me take everybody."
I'm taking Herb.
That's what he said. No,
I
you're
was
not making my son
confused.
sing.
I was so confused. Even in the comments, someone was like,
Some
"What the
people
frig has Jay-Z got to do?"
Some people don't know how to like maneuver or like control their emotions.
It's not even funny. Sorry.
He was using his limelight when he could.
Oh,
they
bless
there.
him.
He said,
Bless his heart.
Oh, it's not even funny. God forgive me.
and the thing is, my man looks exactly like Tory Lanez.
Oh my God, does he?
In 10 years.
Oh, they're not. Oh,
He looks like Tory Lanez when he comes out.
but that's what I was just. Don't you see my gloves? Because I don't know, man. I don't know.
You seen his dad?
Because I feel so bad.
No, I haven't.
I want to find
exactly
that.
like him.
And all I'm thinking about is he gonna be broke? Because I was listening to it. I ain't been
No,
broke
is
in
he
a
gonna be
minute.
broke?
And this morning I'm thinking, are you sure? Like I don't know. Like
Wow.
no, it's just I don't know. Because now what's gonna happen? Is he good? Is his music gonna cover him for that time?
He put enough music out. It's
I know he has.
If Pop Smoke was still alive, rest in peace, it'd still be good from the stuff he put out.
Yeah, people were like, what's going on with that? I didn't know people can still do that. Like I'm seeing people put out music of Pop Smoke and he's may he so rest in peace, and he's not here anymore.
But you see, these record
isn't that he signed himself? Like, how does that work?
These record labels sign people with life insurance now.
Jesus Christ!
Oh my gosh, man! Do you know how deep that is?
Christ.
Like you're really signing your life away.
So now,
What?
so when you've seen all these rappers die,
Oh my God!
Sorry, she's just looking at his dad.
What? Wait. When you said that, you meant that? What the fuck, Jay? Hold on. This is him in 10.
It is him in 10. 100%.
Guys, this is him in 10. I can't, Shireen. Hold on. That's mad. His dad had some strong ass jeans with some. No, Shireen, take this out my hand. That's mad. Yeah, he really looks like his dad. But yeah, I don't know how that works. Like that's crazy to me. Like I wouldn't agree with that anyways. But I don't know how the industry works. Like when you get into the industry, clearly you're signing your life away.
But to sign with life insurance, I'm really telling you, like you're about to sign your life.
look at all of these guys just dying randomly. Look at these artists that died in the last 3 to 5 years.
I know. Tell me about it.
I saw
every single one of them are under life insurance.
I saw a picture.
When you say life insurance, though, like I don't. What do you mean?
So you see, like for example, sorry to cut you, Jay. For example, that they would say because I've got life insurance, they will say, you know, mothers get life insurance.
Yeah, is that what you mean? Just like that?
Just in case anything happens to you, you get your payout. Your family, should I say, get your payout.
That means that they can.
But imagine if I sign it,
saying you might die, so you need life insurance. That's basically what they're saying.
And not only you need life insurance.
Yeah, but I'm trying to understand.
We're signing you. Did they get?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to understand. It.
What?
That's for that. I get that life insurance, but how does that like go across the people that are taking us? Now I'm getting.
You just blew my mind.
That don't make sense.
So look, like, say for instance,
I'm saying.
You two are artists, yeah. I sign you. I'm signing you with life insurance. So if anything happens to you, I'll get this amount of money.
Flipping out. That's
what I'm saying clearly because I'm hearing too much tunes that I haven't heard when he was alive, and I'm like, but Pop Smoke, may his soul rest in peace. Like I keep on saying, he ain't here anymore. So why are you guys like? Why is new songs releasing? Like I find this crazy to me. Unless it's his mother that wanted to release it or something, or his fam. What are you doing?
They're owning.
Oh, that's so dark. Crazy. And them, that's so dark on their side because you're really trying to make money still from someone that it doesn't even like.
Yeah, that's deceased. Yeah, it's true. No, and I really feel like
that's why this music industry ain't a lot of people want to sing and la la la.
Deceased artists make the most money.
Say again.
Deceased, yeah, 100% because it's so crazy.
God, that's so sad.
Do you know what? You know what I was looking at?
They always say you're a legend when you're gone.
When you're gone. Do you know what? You know what that makes me think about? Before DMX died, I used to listen to his music, and I remember on Spotify, he had like 4 million streams a month. When he died, I remember when I went back on it to listen to one of his albums.
Of course,
it shot up to like
12 million in 3 days. Everybody wants to figure out. Of course, everyone wants to listen to him even if they didn't know him before. Now they want to find out about DMX. It's crazy,
literally.
But imagine Michael Jackson that everybody knows about.
Yeah, of course.
So when he died.
Of course.
Yeah.
That's why they say it might affect his death as well. You know what I'm saying?
That's mad to me though.
It would make sense though financially. Imagine doing a tour, getting all the money for the tour, and then you just did, and then you put out all your greatest hits. God forbid. And then you put out a DVD called "This Is It."
So do you make your money right there and then? That's one question I want to know. You see, when you like make albums and stuff. When you like, you know, get to a certain amount of streams and when do you get that money?
When you're independent, you get it straight away.
So that's why people are dying to be independent.
When you're with the label, they're telling you how much people need to take money.
Okay, so it's not.
Oh, so you know we had to get the account and we had to give this guy and we had to give that guy and we had to give that guy.
So I'm singing my life out.
Yeah.
I'm making how many songs and sweating and you're telling me I can't see nothing. That's the same thing I saw with Mahalia.
I saw that.
I didn't understand that because of Mahalia, however, pronunciation. But I'm like, hold on, this girl is talented and I've been listening to her for years.
Same.
What are you talking about? I was like. It just made. I didn't know how to feel. What do you mean that you don't know where your money? She hasn't seen no money.
But she did say.
Did you see TLC's Grammy speech?
No, what?
Go and watch that one day. Yeah.
No, I need to see it. What were they saying? In a nutshell,
they got just 1-2 Grammys. They're like, yeah, we won 2 Grammys, but we're broke, innit? And
you're chatting shit. I love the realness though.
You know TLC was some.
Did Chili say that?
What?
How did you know?
I knew it because I just know. I don't know what it is, but I just know it. I love TLC.
She just waited for the. Well, yeah, okay.
I need to see that shit.
Yeah, you'll see it, and you'll be like, yeah, it's that.
She said we won 2 Grammys, but we're broke.
They're saying it with the Grammys in their hands.
Yeah.
Stop.
Grammy speech. You know what I'm saying?
I was just gonna ask you. That's the speech.
So let me ask you a question. Their streams don't pay. No.
Maybe now, maybe some lawyers help.
Yeah, but it might not be. It's not gonna be. I don't think it's gonna be as much as what's going on now.
No, of course
streams are really struggling to pay as well.
Do you know what? Because you know what's so mad?
Where do artists get their money from?
Sponsorships.
I've heard that you can get £100 from like 1,000 streams. Like
no, it's sponsorships. It's like the rest of these podcasts. Like you're gonna get into that very soon.
Of course.
So sponsorship, you'll be like sponsorships. Not really. When you get sponsorships, it's more about who's behind the brand.
Yeah.
So now let's not get. We'll talk about the South though anyway.
Oh my god, I was gonna say now we're like
yeah.
Well, I wanted to ask you guys a question though before we get into our main topic thing. I think you brought this up anyways, but it was what part of your tradition or cult/culture would you not care to pass on to your children? Have you ever thought about that? Like, obviously we're adults now. Have you ever like anything that popped into your mind when I asked you that question?
Yes, mine is very lighthearted.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
What's your one?
Mine is like the set days for certain meals. I'm not doing that.
What do you mean by set days?
Saturday soup, rice and some type of chicken on Sunday. We don't cook on the Friday because that's Friday. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not passing that down.
No,
I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
Sometimes I remember when I was a child, Saturday used to piss me off because I did not want soup.
I'm not.
And there was actually no discussion. You are having soup, chicken, mutton,
it's tradition.
Oxtail, vegetable, fish, mannish water. Some type. You are eating soup. That used to get me. Real. And if I didn't, what if
I feel like I'm opposite because I don't know. I was just so used to it. Like
no.
And then I was like, I don't think we've done that. Like I just.
Oh, you don't. Well, see, that's why you don't feel like that, Key.
I think that's
why you don't feel like that.
Like I don't remember ever. Yeah.
That's a good household you come from.
I never remember doing.
You got that order. That's a good household. That's a good household.
Whenever
like, you see that
on a Tuesday, soup on a Tuesday.
See, that's a bit of me now.
But I don't like the routine. I get what you're trying to say. That don't tell me every Saturday I have to.
Growing up,
but you have to respect it.
I do respect it.
No, of course, because some people didn't
differently.
You know what's so mad as well? I don't want to go too deep in it, but it's crazy because. I feel like because we're so blessed, I have to say that.
Yeah.
Even with our obviously our parents and stuff, how we've grown up and stuff. I didn't realize that we're actually the way we eat, like the food that we eat and stuff like that, it's a blessing, Shireen.
Oh, 100%.
When I say it's a blessing, 100%. It's a big blessing.
I
was looking on, I don't know what I was watching, but I think I was scrolling through TikTok and I was looking at this boy and he's obviously made it a little thing now. That's what his TikTok is about, like Caucasian little boy. I love him though because I followed it, but. It's sad because he's making it as a joke, but it's sad because every day he will he will record what his mum's cooking for him, and he's like taking the piss out of his mum, like, "Mum, oh, what's that, mum?"
Is he Scottish?
I don't remember, No, he's American. Okay, and she's like, "James or whatever his name." Like, get the hell out. Listen, I can't because it's hilarious. But he's even taking the mick out of his mum because he's like, "What is, babe?
Like, what is?"
When Cherie, some stuff that I've never like. She will take the chicken out of the packet, slap the shit in the pan, boom. Then she's putting some, I don't know, maybe it might be some orange sauce on it. And he's like, "Mum, what's that?" "James, it's there to make it marinade. Leave me." I was like, "No, hold on, wait, hold on." Yeah. So I'm not even joking. Like some people are just not like,
do you know what?
In those ways. And
I know what? In that
all I want to do is give him a place of rice and peas and some jerk chicken.
Oh my gosh, in that sense.
And a bit of coleslaw.
I see why with the Scottish.
Anya will never go back home.
The Scottish, she was poking his plate and he's like, "Mom, this is rotten."
Yes, I watched that one. Rotten. I thought it's a little boy.
Rotten.
Listen. It's not a joke, these kids are really killing it right now. They're telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I'll be looking at this stuff and I'm like, no, come on.
That you are taking a
like, I would say, would you eat that yourself? But they would.
Yeah,
I don't know why I'm
they do.
They do, and they would.
That kind of reminds me of. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't really want to talk because they're not together anymore. I don't think. I'm not 100% sure. But when Steve-O used to be with Emma.
Oh my god, I love them. I used to love them. I
used to be with Emma. He would be like, "Emma, what are you having today?" "Nuggets, Kev." Like
nuggets, nuggets and some potato wedges.
Nuggets, Kev. What are you talking about? And then he's like, "Black people don't eat nuggets on a Saturday."
Take the bits, like it was, but it was funny though. But it just makes you know how like
No,
Yes,
it was,
we was,
no,
you know
we
what
were
I mean?
blessed. But you know
I'm
what?
blessed, we are.
I do want to put my hands up. Sometimes some nuggets
can't be
and
bothered.
chips is.
No,
Of
because-
course,
because-
but don't make it a
But yeah,
tradition.
don't make it
because
a
you grew up-
habit.
That's
Yeah,
because you grew up with the food you grew up with.
I get, yeah.
100%.
People that grew up with
Fuck out of
opposite,
me.
they like when they come into that environment, they're like, "You unlock it, different food every day, soup on a Saturday. Come on, bring it on."
That's so crazy. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We are blessed. So I do get this. At the same time, what you're saying, you
I'm
don't
blessed.
care to.
I am blessed, and
would
I'm
say-
thankful for it. But I'm not passing that tradition down because I don't want to have the same thing.
That like routine, basically. You
Literally.
just want to do like
I
freestyle.
come from a family where my dad used to rinse out certain foods, rinse them out, so you
rinse?
can't
Stop it.
rinse.
it. I know. Feel the juice.
He used to be like, he would buy something because it's good for breakfast. He's like, "Have you tried this for the next
banging it
3
out.
months?"
I think
He's like, "Don't you want
maybe
this?"
not
I'm
3
like,
months.
Sounds a bit like, I'm a bit like that.
"Hope exaggerated."
I feel like me, but I think that's a bit of me though.
Oh,
You know, yeah.
I like something and then I'll rinse.
And yeah, that's me.
Oh, you like that?
You know what?
Nah.
Until I don't like it no more. I got to drop
I
it until maybe
can't.
next time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's so
that's what I
crazy.
like.
You know,
so
that's
I'm the
straight from my
opposite.
taste it.
That's-
Oh,
no, that's, I just had to think about it. Just came back to me. That's you with your mashed potato. Kira can eat mashed potato like.
I love a mashed
I'm a
potato.
mashed potato person.
Do you like mash?
I don't like rice.
I don't mind rice, but
But
mashed
you're a
potato.
man.
I just like what is
I don't
like.
mind rice, but I'm like people.
Mash, can we not just do
put me
mash?
mash rather than rice? Because I'm like,
Wow,
and rice
you
isn't
guys.
great for you as well. Like, mash is better for you than rice.
Really?
It's so nice.
Why?
Who doesn't love mashed
It's full of
potatoes?
carbs, both.
Who,
Both of
who
them.
made this rice and what is it? Plastic? Is
Oh,
it
it's a bag of. I just don't even know.
Oh,
sometimes.
don't say that
Is it,
to
man?
me.
Was it
And then the amount of starch that comes off the rice. That's another thing. I can't believe some people don't wash the rice. Anyways, I don't even want
That
to get into that.
part.
That's a whole other topic.
I want to.
Shut up.
But I want to answer. You want to say yours?
Yeah, I was gonna say judgment.
You want to elaborate a little bit? Just
So something I don't want to pass down to another generation is judgment. Because I feel like we had to learn to be less judgmental. of
Yes, that's so true. That's I never thought about that.
I want to make them be less judgmental, more overstanding.
Okay.
You know what?
That's
That's
a good
so
one.
you. Because you are one of the most unjudgmental people that I know.
Am
Yeah.
Even though I say it a lot, but I'm like, does
You
it
are.
come across
No,
you?
no,
I hope
you
like
are.
people receive
You
it.
are the most.
Because I
one of
don't
the
like
most
when people be like, don't judge me. And I'm like, are you, what do you mean don't judge?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
What?
If I know anyone is unjudgmental, it's you.
Oh, that's so crazy.
Sometimes the reason why
Think
people
that
feel
I
like you're
would say.
judging them is because they care about your opinion.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what you say.
That actually just nearly went over my head,
That's
but I get
true.
you. I
Some
understand
people
you.
can say whatever they're saying and they don't care.
Yeah,
But when
sure.
you say it, it's like, why did you make such a big deal about me saying that?
Yeah,
It's
no,
the same
I
thing
think-
everyone
Yeah.
was saying a minute ago.
Yeah,
Like,
but
yeah.
no,
It's so
it's
true.
like-
But when you say it, it's like,
It's
how
like, oh,
dare you?
But
How
they
dare
care.
you
They
say
care.
Judgmental.
Yeah.
Yeah, they care about
Yeah.
your opinion.
Saying the same thing.
Yeah.
That
Like
makes
that
sense.
he said. Fuck's sake.
That makes perfect sense. Mike, have you got one?
I'd say the victim mentality.
Oh.
Can you elaborate on that?
I'm just like on the surface level with this. Why did I leave mine till last? But
Same.
anyways.
I was on the surface with
Well,
you,
go on.
Kira.
I feel like, yeah, just from a young age, they teach us that we're victims and we're at a lower class.
Oh
to
my
certain
God,
people.
yeah.
And that just needs to be erased completely.
That's so crazy.
Yeah, because we're not victims.
No, we're really not.
We're
Like,
not
honestly,
victims.
Teresa,
Like,
we're not
cut-
victims.
And
like,
we're
can
not
we come on?
in real life. So how do we give ourselves this victim mentality when we don't let no one take us for a victim?
So
We're the
done.
most
I-
ignorant people in this earth.
Yeah, that's true.
That we're
We
not
can
let-
be, should I say?
You know what I
Sometimes
mean?
we're
No,
ready.
that's true.
Then we're
ready.
like, but they did this to us 100 years ago.
We all sometimes pay a little bit. And you know what I mean? It happens, not on purpose, but I'm joking. You feel me though?
So
But my one's a little bit more light-hearted. My one's just like, I'm not too into like, I don't like slapping kids. I don't like beating. My discipline is like, I want to discipline my kids differently.
I get you.
I don't agree with it because I'm like, it's not effective. Like, why are you slapping them? Why do you want to cause physical pain? It doesn't make sense to me.
It's not effective.
Why, when your child's done something bad, would you say, come here, or let me slap you on your, like,
I think
I need you to cause,
I think
I'm going to
there's
give
an
you,
age.
inflict pain onto you for you to
No,
what?
it's not pain because sometimes it's the age. So, like for instance, when you have a little one, yeah, in order for them to make sure you know they're not going to do that climbing towards that window
Yeah.
again, you can give them a little.
Okay, that's what
As
I'm
a
saying.
mum.
Discipline can be different, but that's not beating. Do you hear what I said?
No,
beating.
but that's what I'm saying to you, the age.
Beating. Some people
See
will
the age?
spank their kids like,
As people get older, you see when you got a grown person in front of you,
yeah.
and you're giving them
Of
grown
course, that's yeah.
slaps. I think that's where it
different.
goes too far.
But you
No,
know
I feel
what?
you,
Can I
but-
say something? If I'm being 110%
Yeah.
honest, I'm not saying like the world that we live in now is hunky dory because it's really not. There's things that's happening, whatever. But when I think back to, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago, when outside was really outsiding,
Yeah.
yeah, those pickney were getting licks.
No, I know.
And it did not taste shit. Do you get what I mean? Your pickney was still rude. Your pickney was still outside causing havoc. Your pickney was still doing whatever. Do you get what I mean? So I really don't. They're not effective.
I feel like there was a certain level of time.
Like, they're not.
Grown adult parents was beating their children, fighting their children.
Oh, 100%.
But that's my thing.
That's
It
not
don't
licks.
make sense.
I agree.
That's
I
not
think
licks.
that was definitely
Licks was like, you know, like licks was probably like a belt back in the day, and for certain
But
little
even
things.
now, I'm like, I will never.
Even that.
But as I
Get
said,
my
I'm
child-
older
it
than
wasn't
you.
fit.
No, I got it. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I definitely
that's
got
what I'm
it.
saying. We all received it, and it's just like
I got it, but it's not.
That's a
fucking
1-2.
how I'm speaking.
No,
1-2s.
like-
I'm saying 1-2's belt. Yeah,
One-
it's different to a 1-2's.
No, of course, but
certain
true.
people are
It
giving
a
is
it
little
easy.
tap like that to your child, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
obviously not stupid.
Yeah, no, I know what
so
you mean.
feel a little.
Do you remember
But you're
pinching?
not do that again. But
What
not.
happened to pinching?
What I used to get,
Or even
listen,
stuff like that. Come here. I don't know 1-2. I don't mind that. That's innocent.
My mum
You get what I'm trying to
was-
say?
And but
And
it
it's-
was-
yeah, but it's innocent.
queen. My mum
Not
used to
you
just-
pulling down a child's pants and you're going right ham.
Yeah.
Or you're slapping your child. Boom. I hate
Yeah,
seeing it.
yeah.
I hate seeing that shit.
That's
Because
what
it's
I'm
like,
saying.
what are we doing right
remember
now?
hella pinching in back in the day.
Yeah, man.
I
Pinch
didn't
them
think
up.
no one
Pinch them
cared about
backside.
I used to go pinch up.
Pinch
Listen,
it. Because those are the, it don't hurt but it hurts. Does that make sense? It's not a big thing, but it's a
Not
big thing.
but
it's either this or
fucking
this.
This. I used to get parallel
make
1-2
it-
backhand.
And it's like, yeah,
It's fast. It's not that slow.
Yeah.
You gotta get it faster than that. Boop. Yeah.
That was my mom.
Oh,
my gosh.
that was painful. Because why, ma? Why? Why did you have to do us like
And
that?
you know,
Because you was talking.
yeah,
But
literally.
not too
That's
hard.
usually when the pinch
I was
happens because you're talking too much.
Yeah, and you're in the middle of the conversation, the sentence, the conversation,
But look
and
at
you
the difference
just
now.
feel
Because I was
that.
talking, but compare it. But it's so crazy how time changes.
Time
Comparing
goes
it to
quick.
now, my
Yeah.
little sister is 8 years old. She be talking.
Yeah.
Obviously, mum, it takes her. It's like it has to build up.
That's me.
And then mum goes. Poosh.
Yeah,
But
that's
mum,
me.
I used
my
to before I used to be annoyed when I was a bit younger. I was like, but when I was younger.
Yeah.
I just needed a little oop. I used a bit oop. Do you know what I mean? Why is it so? But obviously,
No,
when you
I
just
get it.
older,
That's
you
me.
kinda like,
That is so me.
they're more relaxed than that's you. I know.
I get it. That's
We're not
me.
sis, we're
Because
not.
that's like with my son when he's talking, I will talk. But once he pisses me off, I'm like, oh, like can you just
But I feel like it's because you.
respectfully, please piss
it's
off,
'cause you don't
darling.
wanna-
I do love you, but piss off.
But that's the
right
difference.
now
See,
because I don't want to
That's
actually.
not a bit positive though, because you know back in the days, like if we was doing all of that, I might as well would have dismissed us in the craziest way.
100%.
Or, you know what I mean?
It's
So-
true, but sometimes we can, as parents, we can make our kids talk too much.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And you just actually need to lock it off now because
yeah.
you're
I don't
actually
mean
going to
you
get
gotta
on my
slap
nerves.
them, but
And I really don't, you know,
have
like,
authority in your voice. I feel like a lot of people don't
100%.
understand
No,
that.
it's true. And I
have
feel
it.
like as parents, a lot of us feel so, like, sometimes we can feel bad for saying, like, sometimes I just want my child to piss off. I do.
No, and you don't even need
I
to say
do.
it like that, because who's gonna like?
No,
you don't need to say piss off.
No, you don't
know
have
what I
to say
mean?
that.
'Cause you know
But
some
sometimes
people-
within myself, when you're really getting on my nerves and you're being naughty, I just would love you for you to piss off into that bedroom.
Of course. What do
Do
you
you get
mean
what I
you're
mean?
being naughty?
A lot of children,
You
a
need
lot
to
of
go.
parents. I remember I used to talk to someone in particular in my old job, and you know he would come in and he would be like, you know, his child was really young. I think she was about 2, and he would be like to me, you know, like today she was just not cooperating. She was crying. Everything that I done, I fed her, I this, I that. I was just so
How old is she?
angry.
You said 2?
I said, yeah. He was like, I was just so angry. Like she was just playing up today. I said, okay, so she pissed you off. He's like, I don't want to say that. I said, so she pissed you off. It's okay.
Or just
Okay.
yeah, or she, like why
It's
is it so?
okay.
It's
She pissed you
normal.
off.
It's
We
normal.
get pissed off as parents.
It is
Sometimes
normal,
the
yeah,
children
it
get.
is it.
Please go to sleep. I'm begging you. I'm begging. Just go bed, please.
crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
This is what I realised, yeah.
We still love them.
They like, kids like to set their boundaries as well.
They tell me about it, and I'm a boundary queen.
So
Okay,
they're
when
like,
it
well,
comes
you
to
gonna show me
children.
that now?
Yeah,
Oh, you ain't gonna show me that?
yeah,
You ain't
literally.
gonna show me nothing.
I can't.
Me.
Literally.
Yeah. Wow.
No, of course, like, kids, and that's why I feel like a lot of like adults just shy away from that. You set your
Yes.
boundaries. You still love your child. That doesn't mean you hate your child. Set the boundaries.
That's it.
Like even with my little sister, I'm
That's
not her
it.
mom, but I'm old
are
enough
though.
to be her mother. So even when I speak to
Yeah,
her,
second mum.
there we go, amen to that. So when I speak to
real.
her, it's like sometimes she'll look at me like, "But you're my sister," because she's like at that age now. She looks at me like, "But you're not even mum. Why are you even saying these stuff?" Like, babes, I have to let her always remind her I'm gonna be stern, but in
Yeah.
that same in that breath,
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
same breath, I'm
Yeah.
gonna be like, babes, I love you. I'm not saying this because of, do you know what I mean? Like, sis, do you know what I mean? I need her to understand. I don't need to do all of that.
Yeah, no, you
I don't
don't.
need to start.
To get your
Just
point
my
across.
voice, just your voice. Like, have
real.
authority. Like,
It's
be a bit
true.
more
No, but-
disciplined.
Yeah, no, 100%. And
Not
you
everyone
know,
has that.
but you
No,
know what's
people
so
have it,
mad?
trust me.
You know,
People
but you know
have it.
what's so mad, and you know what's good about
I
that?
hope I can
I
carry
can
on
just
to my
talk to
children.
you.
I
I can
have
just
it.
talk to you with. I don't have to touch you. You're just gonna listen to what I said because I said what I said.
No, you will accept that you may not listen to you at some points.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course, I get that. But why do we have to?
That's what I'm saying to you. It's just learning how to, like I said to you,
control the situation.
Control the situation. Some people can do it without that.
Yeah, attacking.
And some people could.
I really want to find
that's true. That's true.
You're saying this, and I really want to find that meme.
Yeah, pass it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one thing, anyways, that I just don't want to.
Definitely don't want something that we don't pass down.
Because I know it's possible.
Yeah, of course.
If you instill that in the kids from early, they will know that if mum says this and if I speak like this, you know the tone of our voice. Exactly. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Why have I got to do all that extra stuff?
And withdrawing stuff makes more impact than anything.
Withdrawing, can we talk about that quickly before we go into the main topic? Withdrawing stuff really makes more of an impact.
100%. You could hit them lick or what, and it's not going to make no difference.
Do you know what I mean? Until you take away that
phone, take away some
TV, all of that. That makes it true.
Of course. Because that's what they love. They love to do that. That's their thing.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know when they say if you don't hear, you must feel.
About it.
If you don't hear, you must feel, and that
we don't mean literal.
No,
when you hear that,
100%.
Because people don't think. Yeah, for real. Like this, it's surface level. They think feel okay, slap. No, we don't need to feel it physically, but feel it like.
Well, you're gonna feel it when I take away the iPad there. Literally, when I take that away, when I take away the TV,
when I take away your bedtime is an hour early.
Do you know?
Just stuff like that, or half an hour early. Like, come on, be smart.
Half an hour early bedtime.
What? Let me cry. I went outside just like get dark. It's early, local bedtime. The outside still, and they feel like they should be up. No, it's bedtime. Trust me, 7:30 is bedtime.
You know what?
Why are you crying?
Because that's so me. I love you, but why are you crying? Kind of thing. Because obviously
it's true. I didn't be. It's true.
Obviously, it's different with
yes, no, but it's true. The tears. The tears still come.
Yeah,
the tears still come, and it's like I do love you, but
I love you, but you still want to go to bed, babe.
It's true.
I'm sorry. It is what it is.
Are you still feeling there?
That's so crazy. That sounds so familiar. My mum, sorry, before we wrap up and go into the main topic. Back when I first came to the country, my mum's favourite line used to be to me, bet it! Bet it, Kira, bet it! I was like, I used to bet it. Listen, that was, I'll never forget it. Bet it. And it's in my head right now. And when it was bet it, Shireen, it was bedtime. Anything that was happening in the living room or outside of that door. Bet it. So I get my sister when she's like, no,
I do get it. I do get it.
You feel like you're missing out on the world.
And you're not missing out
on nothing. It's not much.
Nothing.
It's not much.
Just a little bit of iPad, but yeah.
But our main topic I wanted to talk about, guys, was intrusive thoughts.
Yes.
Intrusive thoughts.
No one does not talk about
intrusive
thoughts. And I believe, I don't know if I'm right, but I do believe that everyone gets intrusive thoughts. If you don't get intrusive thoughts, you're lucky.
I wanted to ask you a question before we go into the thing. Do you feel like religious people get intrusive thoughts?
Yes. They get the most of it. Yeah. I believe.
What do you think, Jay?
I believe.
Do you think so, Matt, Tim? Because it's so crazy. When I was sitting down thinking about this yesterday, and I'm like, if you're so like in tune with God and you're so like spiritual, like, why would you get intrusive thoughts? You know what I mean? If you're so like God,
because
it sounds crazy, but like deep it. Why is any blasphemy coming into?
Do you know what it is? Do you know why I feel like they get it?
Yeah.
Because their head is on trying to get here.
Even more.
Yes.
You feel like it's even worse than a normal person.
100%. I think so. Because I even think sometimes even the smallest things. Maybe I'm trying to kind of like use an example as the religion. Even if I wanted to, let's just say, go for a job and I have an interview and I'm thinking, I'm like, I need this job. But in the back of my mind, but I said this wrong. But I said that wrong.
And what if I don't get this job?
Get it? That's not even religion. So you can imagine how someone every single day, every hour, every second is trying to be like this, be like this, be like this. Their thoughts must go crazy, mental.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Anti-sex,
anti-everything. Anti-everything.
So everything you're anti, you're thinking about.
Yeah.
Now it's even stronger because it's your nature and because the things you watch feed you that.
Yeah.
Like, it's right, because the more you stay away from it, the more
it pops into your brain. It's so mad. So that is a good point, because I never thought about that.
No, it's true.
It's like it's almost trying to like test you.
No, literally.
So intrusive thoughts, when I typed in, because I needed to understand this more deeper, I really didn't get it. I was very surface level with it.
Yeah, I'm just trying.
It said it was a thought of a disturbing. It says if a thought is disturbing and it's something that you don't want to push out of your mind, it might be an intrusive thought. The thought feels hard to control. Intrusive thoughts are often repetitive and they won't go away. The more you think about it, the more anxious you get and the worse the thoughts get. So it's so crazy, because when I looked at there's so many stuff. It don't have to be, when the word that struck to me was disturbing. I'm thinking about like just, I don't know, blasphemy, like just, I don't know. The first thing that pops into my head is sex or anything sexual. That's what pops into my head when I think about that. But it could be anything else, like what we were saying. Other stuff like, what was it? Doubts, thoughts of doubts and embarrassment. That's an intrusive thought. Because you said, please name them. Because that's another thing. Because I'm like, is it all to do with, you know, I don't know, just crazy stuff.
I think labeling it intrusive is something that you don't want to be thinking.
Right? I had to just break it down more deeper. I'm like, intrusive is something that's intruding. That means you do not want it.
Yeah.
Like, it don't matter what it is, you don't want it to be crossing your brain. That's so crazy.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like there's the other thoughts that there might be thoughts that just pass through your brain, but they're not so intimidating. So you don't feel like they're intrusive.
So that's why I didn't feel like it was intrusive, because I'm like, oh, it's not as bad, but it's intrusive. Because you really don't want to be thinking that.
Most intrusive thoughts are fear driven.
It is. Most of them are. Do you think
I've got a few here. So it says violent or sexual in nature.
Yeah.
Frightening. Related to a phobia or deep stated fear.
Yeah.
Disgusting, embarrassing or shameful. Abnormal or blasphemous.
Okay.
And there was another one that I saw.
Me. Sorry, I think
that's me. No, that's like me, Kira. Oh my gosh. There was another one that was, I can't remember.
What, that we said yesterday?
Yeah, there was another one. I can't seem to find it.
Now. Did you say painful past events?
Oh, I remember what it was.
What was it?
Thinking about having a terminal illness.
That's it. A terminal illness. And I'm glad you said that one, because it's so many different like levels of this intrusive thoughts thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that terminal illness one, it can start from something so fucking small.
Yes.
Because I remember I was at work yesterday, so crazy. I was at work yesterday, obviously because I work with autistic kids and special needs or whatever. Got bitten by a child. My one, I didn't have any big scarring or anything. It was just very small. Another person got bitten by a child on her hand, and it was quite deep. Do you know what I mean? So they said, anytime you get bitten by a child, you got to go get the, what is it? Tetanus. I don't want to get it. I was definitely not getting it, but went anyways with her. She got her one. Before she got it, she was thinking all sorts of it. I never knew this was intrusive until yesterday. Literally. When I say intrusive, because I'm looking at her thinking, maybe she's just a worry, but this was just so intrusive. It was like, oh my God, am I going to what if I catch this and I just this and I'm just like, chill. Like, it's not, and I'm just there on the corner like this. It depends on the person, for real. I'm just there like, I'm just not getting it. I'm good. I'm good. Then we got the other person on the other side like, but what if we catch this and this? That's an intrusive thought. Worried about catching some crazy. That's so crazy.
But do you know what? Do you know what's so crazy? When you give that example, it kind of makes me think about overthinking. And I was talking about overthinking today. I was talking about with Abs actually, and I was given an example of you and your teacher. I was just like, yeah, Kira was fine, whatever, but the teacher, you know, she was just going crazy. And I was like, yeah, like she's moving crazy, like she's just overthinking.
Yeah, but some people can't.
Literally, no, but I was relating it back to the topic. And I was like, don't you think overthinking is intrusive? And he was like, your version of overthinking is not the same as somebody else's.
No, it's really not intrusive, full stop.
But that's what I said. No, that's what I said.
Yeah.
But no, 100%. And that's what I said. That's what I said.
Yeah. You're overthinking. You're not just thinking.
I said the same thing, but
that's a lot.
But this is it. But this is the thing for me. I thought that your teacher was overthinking, and then Ab said to me, "No, you can't say she's overthinking because you don't know why she feels like that. To her, that might just be thinking."
Yeah, that's thinking. That's just the bare minimum.
That's it.
And do you know what I mean? And so I got it. So that's why at the same time I'm like everyone's intrusiveness is so different. But that
kind of made me feel weird. I'm not gonna lie, because I would think, because the way that she was reacting.
Yeah.
I do just think you're overthinking, like you're doing a lot. And he was just like, no, because you don't know what she's been through. That could be normal.
It is. To her, it's just like, I need to be cautious and I don't want to. Prevention is better than, what do they call it?
Prevention is better than cure.
Okay, there we go.
Right.
Sorry, you know, sometimes I miss up another word. I get it. But you know what I mean? I feel like that's her. To her, it's not overthinking. Because I'm just sitting there like, oh my God, chill, you're good, we're good, like kind of thing. And it was like, oh my God, I'm actually looking at this person having a whole.
But you see, this is what to us, that's intrusive. To her, it may not be.
Of course not.
So I'm like, is intrusive thoughts the same for everyone?
No,
maybe not.
We know that.
I think
maybe not.
Thoughts are intrusive.
So do I.
Point blank period.
So do I, but she may not think
that.
That teacher may not think that's
negative. You don't really want to feel like, even stuff like violent stuff, like that pop into your brain. Because I remember you saying that you saw someone write something down. We was watching, we was looking at little stuff yesterday about intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
And one violent one that came was that she said something about, my intrusive thought was pushing someone in front of a train. God forbid. Just stay in touch. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just like, that's so crazy to the extent what people actually think.
Yeah, literally.
Because what Like,
literally, that's a mad thought.
Even though that's not them, and that's not them.
That's not them.
That's not
yes,
them. But an intrusive thought will pop up in your head, and that's like, what on earth? Where did this come from?
Going back to the blasphemous thinking, I am someone who prays. I'm very in tune with God. Me and God are like
Sorry, I'm
this.
not laughing.
No,
It's what you told me yesterday.
No, literally, me and God are like this.
Yeah.
If there's somebody I'm close with, I'm close to God.
Jesus
I can't even get up without praying. That's me. Do you know what I mean?
Of course not.
Oh well,
the day's
sis, I'm
not going
glad
right.
that you're here to second me.
Shereen, what do you mean? You know this? I've been telling you this.
I'm
Every
so
time
glad that you're here to,
because
because then you know how it. No, but the reason why you know how it feels. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, there we go. I feel so.
But you know, like, because we're like that, and I feel like you get it, I get it. Because we're like that, I feel like that's why we have blasphemous thoughts. 100%.
What's like?
Just
they
like,
are.
Sometimes I'll be. Let me just say, I don't even want to. God, please forgive me. Okay, I'm not even saying nothing crazy. But sometimes I'll be like, obviously praying and just crazy stuff pop into my head. Like, why is a whole? Oh my God. Why is like, a penis popping into my head right now?
Do you know what I mean?
Not the right time. I'm actually praying to my Lord, praying. God.
And then sometimes,
boom, it was just there, and I have to start all over again because I can't continue.
It's not funny, so
I can't.
But if you don't laugh, you'll cry.
It's not. God said no. Well, I'm talking to God about my life right now.
Why it's got nothing to do with God. Or if I'm praying about someone, I don't know, someone who's going through something,
just
that does not need to come.
Just anything weird, just something like, or just sexual, sex or something. Why should that pop into my brain?
Do you know what I mean? Or something dark, like. I'm like,
what's an example?
I'm like, sorry, God, sorry.
What's an example for you?
My example, I don't know, like just I do know. When I was about to pray the other day, and this is how I know it's not God because I don't need this. Sorry. Yeah, I was about to pray the other day. I come out of my bedroom, getting ready. I woke up in the morning. My son was getting ready for school. I always pray before he leaves the house.
Okay,
that's me. And something just came in my head, said, don't pray. Literally, this is how it felt.
Like,
don't pray.
Yeah,
don't pray right now. Why are you praying
why are you
for?
Praying? And it's so stupid because it's like, what do you mean?
I said to myself, excuse me?
Because that's not you.
Because now I'm going to pray right now.
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Now I'm going to pray right now.
Yeah.
Because I saw something on Instagram and then it said something like, if you have a feeling to not pray, make sure you pray. Because that feeling to not pray has come from somewhere.
No, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
And I know that.
Is not
I know that it's not. But that's why it kind of makes me go harder. And that's why I feel like because we are so in tune with God, this is why I said we get opposite feelings. Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you know,
literally, it was crazy. Or the crazy feelings. And I'm like, sorry, God. I actually have to say, like, the relationship that I have with God, I'm like, sorry.
Yeah, no, that's like me too.
Do you know what, sometimes,
do you know what I mean?
I feel like too much prayer is lack of faith.
Too much.
But
what's too much prayer?
Yeah, I'm like, question. I don't know.
Everybody could be different.
Because, like, again, like, I pray a lot as well. But I pray differently as well. I'm always praying in my head. So
praying to God? Are you, sorry, can I ask you Christian? Are you Muslim?
I don't want to say Christian, but I still believe in Jesus.
Okay, cool. So that's
do you read the Bible then, or is it?
Yeah, I still refer to the Bible, but
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the what I grew up in, but that's not the only thing.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know what you mean. You have your own feelings and beliefs.
But I'm still down with the whole where it's coming from, the real where it's coming from.
Yes.
Not how they teach you where it's coming from.
Yes, I get you.
But what was I saying?
You pray a lot.
I pray a lot, but I pray a lot. But I thought like, you know, a day to us is not a day to God.
A day to us is not a day to God. Did you say?
Yeah, for real. I get you.
What do you mean by that? Sorry, that's out of my head.
Like 24 hours to us is not 24 hours to God.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I get that.
I get you.
And then like sometimes how much I believe in my prayers, like the faith, my prayers became shorter. And like, if you get what I'm saying, and more understanding.
Yeah, like, okay, so you know how to kind of like, you know how to pray now. It's not so.
Before it was just like, please.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I get. Sometimes I feel like that's me though. Like sometimes
that's me.
That's why I posted the thing that I posted today. I'm like, God, if I don't have the words to say to you, just know my heart. Does that make sense? You know what I'm trying to say to you.
That's good as well, but also commanding and thanking.
I do that all the time.
Yeah,
that's also
I'm more praying.
Because who else am I thanking to if it's not my mum?
Yeah.
I'm their mum, and before mum it was God. So
for real.
Mum, grandmother, God.
Before certain time, before it was please.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So to me, that's the opposite of way to pray.
Okay, so what's your example?
That pray, that receiving it. That so thank you for.
Okay.
I get you. Thank you for.
And that's also a bit of me too. Okay. Yes.
Thank you for.
I pray. Yeah, I do. I'm always praying about the things they've been on. That's why I don't. I'm like, Lord,
please, can I have?
No. I will never ask, please can I have?
I'm not saying you. I'm just saying most people, even the prayer hands. That's
I don't even pray like that.
You don't have to. I feel like the point is people are just not understanding like what prayer is.
Yes.
Prayer. Do you know what I mean? Like we don't have to do that whole. You don't have to be praying with your hands and like just sit down and talk to God. Can you not do that? Because I do that and I'm like, I feel like ease.
Yes.
But that's, I think, what
at first I used to do this and I felt silly. Like, I'm like, this feels so forced.
It is forced.
I just want to sit down to God and close my eyes and I'm talking to God like
this. It is forced. This, do you know what I mean? It's forced.
I just want to talk to him like this.
I don't know what that is.
Like
Hail Mary, maybe. I don't know. Like,
this,
you know, no, because you know, like in the pictures, you see. Do you know what I mean? I don't know.
This isn't forced though.
What's that? A diamond?
That's the star.
I know what it is, but what do they call it?
Is that the star of David?
It's your pineal, like you know that your pineal gland. So each finger has different like glands.
Guys, you were showing this sign by the way.
Yeah. So each finger has.
Is that like
glands.
a Rasta?
So this is the star of David.
Yeah, the star of David. It's like,
what the hell on my head?
It's more connection with the two important fingers. You see that your thumb is very important because that you know what I'm saying. You can see that it's important, and so is your index finger.
Okay.
So like when some people are doing this, they're not throwing up. That's different. That's like all of that. It's like
that's the Illuminati.
Yeah.
That is more of a connection. So that's why you see when you're doing this, you're when you clench your fist, you're closing all of your.
You're breaking the connection.
You're breaking the connection, but you're connecting. Like this is why you get power from doing this.
Okay.
Because you've closed.
Okay, so he's doing this now. I just want to
so
see what you're doing. Okay,
cool.
So this is
different things from
is like a powerful connection.
Yeah.
And this is more like a relaxed connection.
Yeah, even that's
okay.
Do you know what I'm saying? Do you see like, all of these things?
Well, I've seen that. I just don't understand.
Yeah, I don't.
And then that's something else. That's something else. That's something. That's why you got to be careful.
God, not the whole.
A lot of the hand signs.
Now you look like you're about to do the crypt, but you might as well.
Do you know what I mean?
No, stop! Oh my God,
no,
guys!
But you know what?
I just need a listen. All I need is
at this point. No, but you know that's so crazy because I remember us as kids. We always used to do this. Can you do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no, but I would never. You would never catch me.
It's just in us, though. It's just in us.
One of those ones, and with the tongue stuck out. Do you remember?
No, not for pictures, Key. Just in general. Just in general.
Girl.
Do you know what I mean? It comes from somewhere. Do you know what I mean?
Also, Shireen, or guys, do you think there's any such thing as controlling your intrusive thoughts?
No, I don't think no one can.
I think I can. I told you about this.
Controlling them. That means them not coming.
No, Shireen. I said, and you're still a comeback with it. No, controlling means they have to come for you to control it. I told you.
Oh yes. No. Sorry, guys. I remember. Sorry, I remember.
So I feel like everyone, not everyone, some people can control their intrusive thoughts, like
to a certain extent.
To a certain extent, of course, it will pop up in your head, but. There's different ways of how to.
Yes.
My one's a weird one. Sure. The way I control my intrusive thoughts is so crazy. Because I was saying this to your friend last week. I just say random shit. That's the only way that gets it out of my head.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you say random stuff in your head or out loud?
No, I'm saying it out loud. Okay. In my head is not enough.
Okay.
I need to
that's me.
manifest it in the world.
Okay, cool.
I might say, I don't know. I might say just anything, Shireen. When I say anything is anything, but just something off.
There's ways.
That.
You know, like we've all got slight ADHD when you can't control your thoughts.
Listen, we're getting into it. You're talking about ADHD, OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder. Because you are obsessed, then you cannot control it.
All of them things.
Say that again.
Breathing.
So like breathing exercises.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it does.
You see, like anxiety. You know.
I need to do that because I have bad anxiety sometimes.
Double breathing
for no
helps
reason.
Anxiety, like.
And breathe out.
Like deep, double breathe into your stomach. And let out slowly.
Sorry, I look crazy, right?
Yeah, like double breath, and even with like the thoughts thing, yeah. If you take a like deep breath, close your eyes, let the breath out slowly.
Exhale.
Exhale, but feel it in your face though.
That's the most important thing.
Go and try it as well. So try it at the same time. So take a deep breath.
Am I breathing out through my mouth or my nose?
Your mouth.
Okay, cool. Let's go. In through the nose.
Yeah. Out through the mouth. And then do it one more time. And then after you do this one, ask yourself, what is my next thought?
What is my next thought?
Yeah.
Right, my next thought was some burgers with some
onions. My gosh, do you know what my next thought was? Oh my days, do you know what my next thought was? Bully beef. I swear down. Bully beef.
So you didn't want it.
Blood clot. We're not there yet because there should be nothing right now.
There should be
what is
nothing.
your next thought when you put yourself on the spot like that?
I know
what
what
would
you
really
mean.
be your next thought? I know I wasn't there
It's
yet.
true, but
You
do you
did
know
it.
what? I feel
Try
like
it.
you meditate a lot. That's what
I
it is.
do.
That's
but
why.
No, but try it. No, try it.
No,
I'm gonna
no,
try
I get
it.
it.
You're gonna try it.
You couldn't try it because we're filming properly.
Exactly.
Yes,
I feel like that's what it was.
that's probably what it is.
I'm like, I was
yourself.
overthinking while my eyes were shut. I'm like, oh my gosh, my eyes are shut. How long has it been? Is it 10
And then
minutes?
when
Is it 6
when you take
Intrusive thoughts.
When you take that second, most people can't do it. I told you that when the first time I showed them, and the second time they do it, say nothing. Because when you ask yourself, what's
You
my
done it
next
to us
thought?
last week, remember?
Yeah,
We did say
I
nothing.
remember,
It's 'cause
yeah.
there was
Yeah.
no cameras. There was not. It's more zen.
No,
You're
it was
within
definitely
yourself.
more
You
zen.
don't- Yeah.
Because when you said that to me last week,
We all said nothing.
when I said what was my next thought, do you know what my next thought was? What was my next thought? That was my next
Yeah,
thought.
you're trying to
Do you
think
know what I
about
mean?
what is the
I had
next
no
thought
thought.
when there's
So
nothing
this is-
there.
No,
Yeah.
100%.
So the whole point of that is to clear your brain.
Yeah, and that's very
Guys, we need
difficult.
to tune into our bodies a
It's
bit more. I feel
very
like-
difficult to
yeah,
do
it is,
that.
It is, but it
It's
start from
so-
somewhere.
meditation.
A simple meditation like
That's
that.
why I tried to give you quick
I
ones.
like that.
Not-
Start from somewhere.
Oh,
look,
take
in
4
here,
weeks
like
of meditation
exhale.
and then.
No pun intended, but pun intended.
No,
Inhale and exhale.
seriously.
Well, you know what I mean?
Seriously.
It does. It goes a long way.
But breathing helps everything. So there's different breathing exercises to help you with different things.
Breathing helps everything because if we don't breathe, we're dead.
Exhale.
it. I get it, and this is why smokers smoke. I don't even want to like
So
go
why do you have
into
to
that.
talk about anything? I'm joking.
No,
Don't
but
listen
I'm
to me.
no, literally. This is why because it's not even like it's so
Don't
mad.
listen
They
to me.
don't even know. Like I'm not. I don't want to get too into it. But you know, like when you smoke a cigarette, they don't even know that they're not addicted to the smoke.
They're not addicted to the smoke.
No.
So what are they addicted to?
It's a breathing mechanism. It's inhale, it's exhale. It's
Do you think that's
inhale.
what it is?
No, it is. No, I'm not even. It's not even a kind
Or
of
is
question.
it not the, what it does for? I don't know.
It's not even a question. They don't know that it's breathing. They're breathing. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
The only thing is that some smoke comes out of their mouth, but they don't
But
know.
they're taking a deep breath.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
So just do that, and maybe it might
there's
work.
Nothing else makes you
So
do that.
instead of going outside,
Nothing
guys,
else.
for like a smoke break,
That part.
just go outside
No.
and just breathe in, just the air.
No, but
Yes,
can we talk
yes.
about
Same way that
that?
you do the cigarette or whatever, and just
Literally.
breathe
Yeah.
out. Maybe-
Nothing else
I
makes
just
you
thought that
breathe
might
like
be-
that except a cigarette.
But then some people that are to the extreme where the nicotine is what's
stuff.
keeping them there.
Why do you
Where they're
think when
like,
people are upset, they want to smoke? What you want to breathe off,
They
babe?
might-
That's
Oh,
what it
they
is.
always say they want to breathe, but why don't you go outside and just breathe?
Because them not know. Them not know. Them just need a
breathe.
cigarette because that's the only time them breathe.
Breathe.
And that is it.
And that's the first time I
Breathe. Blue control.
Oh, blue control. Oh my god,
Literally.
sis. But what was I gonna say as well? So yeah, I said that. But yeah, controlling your thoughts. I feel like I can, to a certain extent, like you said, I can do that.
Definitely. I think so.
I feel like trained myself to be able to kind of manage my thoughts.
You got it.
Almost,
That's
yeah.
why.
Almost
That's
Yeah, I
why
get you.
the first thing I said, your anxiety.
anxiety.
So if you can breathe out your anxiety first,
Yeah, like I had
then
to
your
try and do that
then
shit.
your thoughts will change because you got to remember when your thoughts are doing all that, it starts making your breathing short.
Yes, it does.
It-
I
it-
believe it. That's why
It
people
does.
have panic attacks.
I'll never forget that time what that happened to me, and I
Yeah.
never knew that was real until that happened to me.
No problem.
That, when I was doing that whole, it was nothing crazy, but that little competition thing, Shereen, and I never knew. I thought, because you know me, I don't like
Yeah.
come across as that type
Yeah.
of shy person.
Yeah.
Since I go and sign up myself to go on the whole stage, I signed myself up.
And
I
I
knew what I was
remember.
getting myself
Yeah.
into.
And she was really
What
good.
the
Can I
blood
just
clot?
say that?
I got on the
You was
step
really
behind
good.
them. I was waiting for my turn, and I just froze for a second. My heart started going. I was like, I need water. Sis, I never knew that was a real thing.
If you knew,
That's when I knew that something like anxiety, panic attacks are real. That's all I had to do for me to go out, is I wouldn't have come out. I wouldn't have never come past them curtains. I just had to, they were like, just breathe.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean, just breathe? But I just had
No,
to breathe.
seriously.
What can I do in that moment? The more I panicked, the more literally it was just getting worse.
Seriously.
So the breathing is...
It's that's why I said go back to a cigarette. That's the only time that certain people get to breathe.
Yeah, and say...
Like
yeah.
take a whole breather.
Do
That's
that.
the only time.
and then out,
And then out.
inhale
That's
and
all
exhale.
it is.
Because nothing else is gonna make
They
you
don't
do
even
that.
know that it's crazy. It really is crazy. But going back to anxiety, I saw something today and I thought it was so ignorant. I meant to say this in the beginning. I saw something on UK Gossip TV on Instagram, and someone was just like talking about anxiety, and someone in the comments was just basically like, anxiety is not real. It's not real. It was made in the 90s, 30s, and because someone told you you feel like this, that's why you feel like this.
I
Choose happiness.
I do agree with that.
I just feel like it's not an illness.
I agree with it. It's not an illness.
No, I don't think it's an illness, but I feel like it's a thing. Right. I feel like it's a thing.
There might not necessarily have to be that word
it's a thing. It's definitely a thing. But he said no.
Right?
That's anxiety.
Of course.
Like where it's a moment where you go, oh, it's panicking.
Yeah.
So they've rebranded bare things.
Yeah.
Panicking is anxiety. Like even if you're panicking a little bit inside, that's when that breathing starts doing it. That's why I'm saying everything's to do with breathing.
It is.
Panic is to do with breathing. Anxiety is to do with breathing. So if you can learn breathing techniques, you can eliminate those things.
Yeah.
In public, and you do your breathing technique.
And then you're good. You wouldn't be like too thingy about it.
No, it's true. And you know why I know that's real as well? Because I think about people who do like anger management and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And the first thing that they would say, even though I haven't seen it like in real life, should I say, but I've seen it on films and stuff. The first thing that they would say is, oh, like my, what do they call the person that runs the meeting?
What, the manager?
No, that's what I was going to say. I was going to say the manager.
He's the manager, really,
but
man.
whoever that person is, the manager, my manager told me, take 10 deep breaths and calm down before you react. Do you know what I mean? It's all about breathing, for real.
People need to actually get into that before they react and act stupid.
For real.
Because then after you've done your stupid act, it's like, why the fuck did you do that? It just took 2 seconds for you to realise that. You could have done that before.
Even meditation.
Right, meditation. I feel like I need to get into stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an angry person, but just to keep myself
Zen.
balanced.
Yeah.
What you said, like just little stuff that will give me anxiety, like just don't need to be anxious for stuff like this.
To help you. Like,
Yeah.
100%. And
even for men, like even for retention, it's breathing. Like so, a lot of men isn't playing to you when they get into something and it's excited. It's the it's the breathe.
yeah.
What do they get? Guys get like that?
I know what you mean.
I've heard that they do. So I'm saying someone that gets excited too quickly, it's because they're breathing.
No, sorry, he's laughing because he's
Jay said I've heard that they do. I don't know about me, but I've heard that
they did it and they've done it.
Because it's breathing though.
No, for real.
Everything
I get
with
you.
men is we have to learn how to breathe, innit? Even just retaining it.
Bouncing off of that, I've just seen something over here that I wrote down from yesterday, and it really does feel like this. Someone said, "Why do I feel like my brain is against me?"
That's a crazy thought.
It is.
That's a crazy thing to say, should I say? Because you can relate to it, right?
I can.
But then I go back to trying like control, like the intrusive thoughts. I feel like when it comes to like stuff like that, I don't feel like it stays in your brain. Maybe it's just me. I'm talking about myself. How long is it intrusive? Because I remember we did see something. If intrusive thought is in your brain for longer, what was it? 24 hours, longer than 24 hours, or longer than 70, or something like that.
72 hours.
Like not obviously straight, but if it keeps on popping in your brain back
and
and forth, they said that you definitely have some sort of mental illness, and it can be a form of OCD as well. Then I'm like, what do you mean? Because a lot of people look at OCD like it's only to do with, I need to brush this off, I need to be tidy. No. OCD is like obsessive compulsive. What's it? Compulsive disorder.
That's it.
You're obsessed to the point where you cannot stop doing
this. And it's compulsive.
Anything. It could be anything.
Anything. It's compulsive.
So I understood it when they're like,
obsessive,
intrusive thoughts could lead to that. That's actually crazy.
No, I do get it. I completely get it.
That's deep. That's deep.
Like I said, we could discuss a lot of people that's been jailed. They're very clean.
Oh yeah.
That is a good example. Even though we were saying it's not about cleaning, it doesn't mean it can't be. And that part is so true.
Cleaning,
like up here.
Anything in their space.
Yeah.
They're like, I beg you, clean out the table.
No.
Big henchman just cleaning your table.
I always used to feel that, not the big henchman.
I'm
just gonna whack.
No, for real. No, for real.
Put your feet up. Let me just sweep the big.
Can't do it, my brother. Can't do it, my brother.
No, stop it.
Like what? No.
Even though it's nice, we love it.
No, it is nice, but at the same time, it's like some people, even this, I wish you guys got to see, even The Wire, like. For some people,
it's some sort of like, not even some sort of, it's OCD. Like,
it is.
And then
they can't think because of that.
That kind of I don't want to go too deep in it because I don't want people to feel like I don't know what I'm talking about, but I do. I don't want to go too deep into all of them kind of stuff. But even that people, some autistic people are like that.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see stuff like that and it's like, oh, it's too much in my brain. I need to sit there and figure out how to get every line straight.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And then it's a form of OCD, so it's like, 100%. I don't know.
Even fitness has OCD.
Why'd you say
yes,
that?
Yes, it does.
Because it's obsessive.
Yeah, it does. Obsessive, compulsive disorder.
I need to carry on repeating that to myself. We're just seeing the surface level one. all of these stuff, that's crazy. That's an obsessive disorder.
Some people that they eat super clean, go to the gym, go to the go for the run in the morning,
and it's too much. They're all intrusive. It's all intrusive. So I get when they're saying like
it is intrusive.
Why we?
No, it is intrusive. That's so crazy. Do you know why you say that? Because there is those kind of like I call them. It is kind of freakish, kind of. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with fitness.
Yeah.
I just want to put that out there. To be fit is a good thing. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong. But there are some people, should I say, that are obsessed with it. And it's like if you eat a brownie or something, you are gonna die.
Yeah.
At this point, you are gonna die. What are you doing?
Yeah, like
how dare you intake sugar? How dare you? You are going to die tomorrow.
Literally, they go crazy about
vegans.
Did you just eat? And oh my, sure, you sometimes. Not all of them, but I'm saying they take it serious.
No, 100%.
They really want everyone to understand what you're eating right now.
No, 100%.
The way.
100%. Do you know why I say that? I do remember. I don't think it was purposefully though. I really don't. One of my friends from college, she went to a vegan restaurant. Or a vegan takeaway, should I say. Her friend was vegan. Obviously, she ate chicken. And she walks in the shop with a chicken burger. But she was eating it.
No,
but I don't. But
why did she walk into the shop with a chicken burger?
She was eating.
No, Shireen.
No, wait. Hold on.
No.
Number one, you're 15. You're 15.
Oh, the girl's 15.
No, she was back then. When she was telling the story.
Okay.
So we was in college, and she was telling like an embarrassing story time. That's literally what happened. You're 15. Obviously, your friend's vegan, and you're used to this. Okay. I always follow my friend to the vegan shop after school. She's vegan.
Oh, that's nice. She's been vegan from early.
Yes, from early. But one day. So it's not like she just went to the shop one day and just nyammed chicken burger. No.
She's been going to the shop?
Yeah, she's been.
Make it seem like what's her?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know why Shireen keeps on giving me the backdrop because she's just going deeper.
She's been going to the vegan shop, and one time she was eating a chicken burger. I remember I literally remember she saying, there was like one bite left, and there was just like, no. There was like, no. She's eating meat. Like, please, like.
Get her out of it. It's caught around the building. I understand that.
And someone.
I do get it to a certain extent.
But at the same time,
I get to a certain extent.
Number one, she's young. I don't.
We get that. Was she there with her parents?
No, she was with the friend that she always goes to the vegan shop with. Do you get what I mean? Yeah, number one, she was young. Number two, she comes here all the time. She's never done that. You did not need to act like that.
Yeah, you could have done it. It could have been a bit more lighthearted. You never needed to make the whole scene out of it. But by rights, sis, you're 15. You have sense. You know what vegan is.
She does.
If you go to their festivals, I'm not
leave the people in my lawn. You know how they are.
Something a little empty.
Yeah, but she didn't mean to. Like, it's not that deep.
The food is empty.
What food is empty?
He said something look empty. The food empty.
What?
For starters,
you mean
I don't see nothing what's gonna fill my stomach.
What do you mean, vegan food?
Yes, sis.
No, I don't think it's empty, guys.
Oh, is it full? Yeah.
100% because it's bare carbohydrates. It is. No, it is.
She's not lying.
I'm talking about the little peas them in the corner. And
you mean like when we go out?
Shireen.
No, like I said, there was a vegan festival. Yeah.
Oh, a vegan. Oh, 100%. Oh, sorry.
I said
I'm out the loop.
There was a little empty about it. It's just
the vegan festival.
It's not finished, sir. Like, where is the rest? I'm hungry.
A vegan festival is never. Let me not say never. Let me not be horrible. I don't want to be horrible to vegans.
Anyways, I don't know. I ain't been.
It's not going to be a Glastonbury. It's not going to be a country show.
Definitely not. You ain't going to.
You know what I mean? It's going to be.
I would like to try a vegan burger because they make it seem like it's
a vegan burger.
It tastes like. What is a vegan burger? I want to know. Is it made out of like what is it?
Vegan food is minimal. Vegan food is nice.
What do you taste it vegan wise?
Like little chickpea curry.
I'm looking for chickpea.
Do you know what I mean? A curried vegetable. It's always curry.
No, in Jamaica we say aita.
Aita is vegan.
Aita stew. Aita food. Yeah.
Same thing.
That's so crazy.
A stuff with a lot of alkaline and carbohydrates. To me, it's vegan food. A lot of alkaline, a lot of spinach, and a lot of potato or rice.
No, there is some nice ones, but
there is 100%.
Can we 100%. Change it up next week?
Sorry, can we? No, 100%. No.
Sorry,
but there is some vegans. Big up Alkaline in Brixton Hill. If you guys want some nice vegan
I've never actually tasted it. Why have you not bought me there?
No, I have, sis. I got you the porridge from there. Remember the porridge?
Remember
the porridge?
What kind of porridge was
The
that?
Ital porridge that was made with coconut oil. They make it with bottled water. They make it with banana, sea moss. You brought
it to me.
Yes, and I forced you to eat it.
Something there.
And I forced you.
But it was mad.
And I remember Kira was just like,
But it was
very nice.
See people go far and wide to Dave's shop. Yeah,
Dave,
that's the guy that runs it. We done lots.
That's his name. The Dave, one of the dreadlocks.
Okay.
Big up Dave. Each and every time.
Bare real life scenes in there. Big up Dave, man.
Each and every time.
He's boss us. He's always giving us some. You're like, hey, I could do this.
So what is it? What can you tell me? What have you like? I'm intrigued. If you're saying Dave is telling me right now,
but he's got like
what is Dave
patties? He's got
vegan. Jay, no, I need to.
Because I love a little vegetable patty. So what's in the vegan patty?
I don't know, but it's nice. Trust me.
You guys sound. They say we don't know, but
I don't know, but it's good. That porridge in the
porridge.
The porridge. People go
porridge.
It was. I'm not gonna lie. The porridge was nice.
The porridge.
But you know what's crazy? I'm the person that I feel like, don't tell me. Just you will throw me off.
Just give it to me.
Just give it to me.
Yes.
Let me try it. As long as it's not nothing crazy, give it to me. Then I won't.
Yes.
As when I hear that it's too much greenery and it's.
I went to a wedding and I didn't realize the stuff I was eating wasn't meat.
That's mad.
Asian wedding, yeah. I didn't realize.
That's crazy.
My plate. Oh, this is nice. I thought it was meat. I thought I was eating bare meat.
But I love that though.
I didn't eat
That's how mad it was. That's how bad it was.
And it all stuff that looks like meat.
Oh my god, you just reminded us something similar to what I am. Okay, cool. That's so
what
true.
Did you eat, sis? I'm so in your.
Well, then it's got a little mince in there. It's like I feel like is it Turkish? Yeah, kind of. Dolma. It's called dolma, but it's so nice. It's like in onions and it's
in the leaf.
That sounds nice.
Yes, in leaf, and then there's ones in onions. You just stuff it with the rice and minced pieces, but it's not really too.
Please let me.
No,
give me next week to try
when you make that one day, bad. No, sure. I need to. I know you like it.
Next week. Now you
know you
try
like it. Yeah.
Dolma.
Shout out to God.
Yeah. Give me next week. Give me to next week.
Oh my god, Gams is
what? Because Gams.
Hey, when you go to their house, it's buffet. Buffet.
But I don't see Gams and answer for the dolma.
It's the buffet, so I'm just sitting. I'm just gonna take a seat. I'm just gonna take a seat.
Do you mind if I
listen? Do you mind? What? There's so much on the table.
Can I go get?
And there's no like help yourself. Listen, I just love their culture as well.
I was just about to say that's one thing about Turkish people. If you go in their house, you are eating.
You're eating.
You are eating.
They're so like us. Does that make sense? I never like
100%.
Girl, I love that about them.
That's how I grow with them. That's why you can grow with them. That's why we grow with them.
Yeah, because
that's why you can like
we're one in the same.
We're one in the same.
We are one in the same.
Spanish, innit? We've got
Turkish. We got the Turkish.
That's so true.
It's true.
That's why I can really listen. I just love it. The whole platter and it's
no, seriously.
Like, let me eat. Oh my god, it's
and
exciting.
It's there. It's there on table. We got bread for days. You got salad for days. You got meat for days. And then you got that little yogurt dip with a cucumber in it.
Yes. Sorry for saying it right, but you know what we're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about?
The little Greek yogurt and
the little Greek.
Oh, the little chives. Oh god.
The little dip. Oh my god.
Anyways, no, it's good. I'm glad that we can work. Anyways, we're versatile. I'm glad you guys know.
Yeah,
how did you know?
Do you get it?
You ready? Because I've been saying about this. I'm like, well, we need to.
Yeah, I tried to make them meditate, and it was like burger and onions.
We've been. I forgot we've been speaking about it.
We've been eating some food.
Yeah,
literally.
I'm starving. But yeah, I enjoy that conversation.
No, literally.
I feel like we got really into it. Does that make sense? Like, because I know people don't. That is a topic that no one really thinks about. They know it comes in their brains, but who really sits there and says intrusive thoughts? Let's speak about it and break it down. No one does.
I wanted to.
They just try and get out their brains. Well, tell me.
Like ultimately, because we know what. Well, if we're talking surface level, we know that an intrusive thought is a thought that's in your head that you don't like. Basically, we don't want and we don't like. Basically.
Do you know fight or flight as well?
The what?
Fight or flight.
No, fight or flight.
Research fight or flight.
Okay.
When you got
I was about to say, what is that?
That's part of intrusive thoughts.
Okay.
Fight
or flight. Can you explain that in a nutshell or no? Is this something that we need to research?
I'm doing it right now.
Check it.
The intensive psychological response to a threatening situation which resides either to resist forcibly or to run away. That's a mouthful.
Can I just hear that again? Hear that again.
The incentive psychological response to a threatening situation, which resides either to resist forcibly or run away. That's going over my head. It's a mouthful. I get it, but at the same time,
basically, you respond insensitively to a situation.
No, but it's all mental though. Do you get what I'm saying?
It's mental. It's all mental.
It's all mental.
Well, this one says to run away though. So
yeah, because it's all mental. What are you gonna do?
Run away from the situation in your brain.
You're gonna fight or run.
That's crazy.
But then there's a lot of different ways you can understand.
No, of course, that's crazy.
Oh, okay, no, I found another definition. It says, used to describe the reaction that people have to dangerous situations that makes them either stay and deal with it or run away. And I get that.
That makes more sense. So what's that you say? Fight or flight.
Fight or flight.
And
so that makes so much sense. Because
so
with the
fighting
intrusive,
to stay or you fucking flying away, 100%. Baby.
And I feel like with the intrusive, we use other different mechanisms to kind of run away from the situation. We don't want to stay with it.
Of course.
Do you know what I mean? Because who wants to stay with an intrusive thought? Exactly. And when you do stay with it, that's when it becomes negative and turns into OCD, mental health, blah blah blah. So, I get it. I get it.
Even worse. That's crazy.
That's from the last episode.
I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.